get back on my shit. I gotta get back on my shit. I know. Gotta get back on my shit. Gotta get back on my shit.
You did.
What's up? What's up? What's up, you guys? It's another episode of For Your Records. I am your girl Key from Cali, fresh from ATL. We'll get into that later though. I'm here today with Monty.
You did.
What's going?
What's that? How you?
You know, like I said, just got back from Atlanta. Still low key on a high from that shit, but it's always a fun time when I'm in Atlanta. Shout out to y'all. Y'all the shit. You know, I was just telling Monty he gotta go to Atlanta, get that support one time.
Yeah, I got to check it out.
Man, it's different. That love is different.
I got to see it.
That love is different.
I got to see it.
It is. What's up, folks? Introduce yourself to the people, for the people that don't know who you are.
Okay, it's the big homie, the six homie, Monty baby. If you got it out the mud was a person, it's probably what the nigga look like.
Out the mud was a person.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I like that.
For the most part, man, like I said, I've been, cause you know, we kind of pre-conversated before that.
Yeah, for sure, for
so
sure.
I'm steady. I was about to keep coming with it, like I said. But, you know, been doing this shit for, probably about like 10 years solid.
10 years.
3 years on the, like, taking it serious. Like, all right, this is what I'm about to do. I'm about to really, like, stop playing with this shit and try to make this shit pop.
And you a man of many things. You wear many hats now. So tell people what all you do, because you just don't rap.
Okay, so I write, I record, I mix and master, I make beats, I shoot videos, I edit videos, I color grade,
all that shit.
Yeah,
all that shit. So when you make music, do you have your in mind of what your video is gonna look like?
Yeah. Now see,
you a little too creative for me.
Yeah, I kind of was wondering if you would have asked something like that too.
Yeah.
I don't know why that came across my mind, but it ain't
because that's funny. Like I was just thinking, like, dang, like if you do all of that and you know that you're gonna do it yourself, like I imagine you make songs based on how you imagine your video would look like. So sometimes when you're a little too creative and you dip in too many hats, your mind go a mile a minute.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking, like, hold on, how that work?
Yeah. Okay,
what that look like?
So it ain't like I go in there with like a general idea, like when I get in a booth today, I'm about to do this.
Yeah, I feel that.
I just pull the beats up. I capture a moment, like, you know what I'm saying? And if I can't see an end result of it, like, damn, I see the video coming together like this, I see it move. If I don't see an end result with it, I probably won't finish it. Because to me, it's really capturing a moment. So, like, I call my music mood music. Like, that's the mood that I was in at that point in time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It might be the different drug that I might have been on. It might be just, I might have woke up. Yeah, sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I might just wake up one day and just be enjoying sober and be like, you know what, God, thank you. Let me just go ahead. Let me make something happy.
I'm a little sober today.
Yeah, let me make something happy because I'm alive and I'm free. So, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, okay, hold on, because I be dabbling in drugs too. Hold on, we ain't gonna get into drugs too much now.
Shit.
But hold on, I want to know now, because different drugs bring different things. So I'm gonna just talk about the drugs I've taken, see if you taking them, because we ain't gonna get a little illegal over here. But let's see. Okay, so let's stick with the basics. So when you smoke weed, what your music does that feel like to you when you make it?
That's usually the wavy, the melodic shit.
Mm.
Yeah, or it depends now if I'm like, man, fuck that, like I gotta do this, or you know what I'm saying?
Get it off,
then I can ride that wave too. But for the most part, I'd be like, nah, and that come when I'm drinking too.
Okay, I was about to say, so when you drinking, do it get a little rowdy or it still be on melodic?
It kind of stay melodic for the most part. I don't really try not to get off into the super gangster music or be too hard no more. I try not to do that no more. Like, that shit kind of down.
We like pain music now.
Yeah, and then on top of that, like,
we like pain music.
If it ain't you, then don't go that lane. I hate that cat.
Yeah, that's true too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, I can step with the best of them, but I'm not out there every day stepping with the steppers.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's very true.
I'm probably pushing the pencil for the steppers, but I'm not like out there every day. So I'm not about to be sitting up talking about 1,000 guns and clips and ops.
No, for real. I really know niggas who talk about guns and shit all day and they got one Glock.
That's crazy.
One Glock.
You know, it's the killer.
Probably 2 bullets in one Glock.
Or they got a low power gun with a 100-round drum. I'm like, that bitch gonna lock up on you before you can get done with it. You don't even know what you're doing. Go ahead and move around.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Yeah, and that's the killer part. So I really been trying to, like, okay, the kids probably watching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me.
Gotta keep the kids in mind, for sure.
And then on top of that, that's what I was getting to. The cats that be drill rappers, they actually be good rappers if they can be creative and talk about something else. That shit is so
true. I think that too. Like, I'm like, if you can really rap like this, that's like a lot of breath work to me.
Man, and the metaphors they come with sliding on the nigga and catching.
That'd be a lot of breath work to me. And how they be doing it, it just like how they able to just slide. They literally slide on the beat like that.
Like, damn.
And then I was thinking
how they
like,
caught him black. He was moving fast as hell.
I was like, oh shit, like y'all niggas talking. Like that shit is raw as fuck to me. But like I really think like I always put it in perspective like, dang, what would happen if they was battle rapping? Like what would happen if they was doing this? What happened if they was talking pain music? Like I be thinking that all the time. Like what if they really dabbled in something else? Like other rappers now doing drill music. I like that.
Yeah.
Because it kind of shows how much range you got. Well, not everybody.
Yeah, I tap into it, but like, which drill you talking about?
Like,
you talking about the New York drill?
The New York drill can be, it can be a bit.
I kind of like the New York.
I don't know. Detroit got it to me though. Like Detroit drill, that's the shit to me.
Not the little. You got a smooth back, not them type of songs.
I was
about to say,
no, I'm a smooth dude.
Yeah,
we ain't doing that.
They had the city sold up with that shit.
I
was like, how is you listening to this?
I'm kind of confused myself. Like, I don't understand how this happened like this. How did we get here?
I guess it's a
but
crowd
like,
so
I guess the Iceberg Vizzos and them, like, they got it. They ride it.
Yeah.
They ride it. Like, I fucks with that. But really on the New York side, really, I don't. Which is so crazy because growing up, I really loved New York rappers. Like,
yeah,
that was my shit. That was my shit. But now it's like, I really don't mess with New York rappers all like that because it's that Pop Smoke feel.
Yeah.
And then it's like the New York rappers that I do fuck with be Griselda these days. I fuck with Westside Gunn, Benny the Butcher, and them. Like I don't really be on that. I really be on the other side of New York now. I don't be in them boroughs no more.
The crazy thing about that is I've been hearing them dudes' name for the longest. I can't tell you not one of their songs. Like,
really?
None of them.
That's so funny you say that. Somebody else was telling me like, I want to get into that realm of music because it's definitely different. It's a different thing of music. Them Griselda niggas is different.
So they still coming with the lyrics though. Like,
but what's so crazy is
you
don't know where to start.
I was about to say, what sound is it though? Like, do they got their own sound or is it
it's
like a boom
bap?
Sound.
It's definitely their own sound. I'm gonna play them at the end. We on YouTube now, so I can't be dabbling how I want to.
Okay.
But listen to this though. What get me about them niggas is how they can take their own sound. They got their own audience. They found their audience, and they fuck with them. These niggas drop so consistently, and they're like a pack, like Dreamville. Like it's Griselda. It's a group of these niggas. Like it's them. Conway the Machine, Armani Caesar, Westside Gunn, Benny the Butcher. Yeah. All these niggas, like, and it's like they all, like I think in the year 2020 alone, they dropped like 9 albums as a collective. Like, what the fuck?
That's
like,
work.
That's raw as fuck. But it's like, I feel people though, it's so much music to the point where you're overwhelmed.
Yeah.
To the point where if I tell people, you know, listen to this Westside Gunn shit, they ain't gonna know where to start.
Right.
It's so much albums from this nigga. Like, this nigga dropped like 3-4 times a year.
Right.
To the point where it's like, damn.
That's what's up. I like it.
You know what I'm saying? I like it.
I like it.
You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
I like it versus, you know, Moneybagg dropping 3-4 times a year. What the fuck you dropping that much for? Like, it all sounds the same.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, certain artists, they can get away with that because it's like, it's something different. It's not something that we hear all the time. So I feel like that's why Griselda can get away with it. So I can understand why new people, they'll feel like, I want to get into it, but where do I start?
But see, it's always about the backtrack too. I be telling a lot of the dudes that I be like kind of helping with their career and stuff. I be like, man, get your catalog together because if you pop, somebody they gonna.
That's
but
so
when you pop,
true.
they gonna backtrack. They gonna. What was he doing before this?
That's so true because I can't tell you how many like girls I know that's just now getting hip to Summer Walker, and I was listening to her back in 2018, 2017 type shit, and it's like now she has a catalog.
Right.
Where it's like she can really like, you know what I'm saying?
You can pick through this.
You can pick through this shit, and I also like how not everything sound the same, low key. So it's like you can pick your favorite.
Right.
You know, you got like artists like, I'm trying to think, Tyler the Creator.
Hold on,
nobody sound the same. None of them.
None of them. And Our Future Wolfgang, whatever they was called.
None of them sounded the same.
None of them sounded the same at all.
And I like projects like that. It's like, okay, you like Tyler the Creator. What Tyler the Creator do you like? And I feel like that's kind of the same way with Griselda. You like them.
There's levels to them.
Which one do you like? That's why if I ask people, oh, you fuck with Griselda, which one is your favorite artist? If somebody say you know, West Side Gun, I know exactly what kind of music they like. They like that boom, 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 boom. They like them sound effects and shit. Whereas Benny the Butcher, they like the lyrics.
Right.
And if they like Conway, they like that
gutter.
They like that gutter shit.
Yeah, because I can tell how he move.
It's different.
He on that type
you know what I'm saying? Whereas, you know, just like the same way if somebody comes to you and you ask them, you know, what's their favorite artist, you can kind of get a feel for who they are, right?
Yeah.
I think that's crazy as fuck, but it's so true.
Who would you say mine is?
I don't know. But you have a very melodic way about yourself, though. So it's like, who do you think you get compared to?
When I first started like turning up on the singing, they was saying like a little bit of Dre, a little bit of Future. They were saying Gates, and then you know that was.
I was just about to say if I could put two people for you together, it would be like Rich Homie and Future a little bit, cause you got the energy like Future do, but then it's like you got the.
Two hell of a niggas.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So it's like I feel like you don't necessarily want to sound like them, but that's the energy you put out.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, cool. I fuck with that.
Yeah.
So when people say that they'll listen to certain artists, I'll be like, all right, that say a lot about your personality.
Right.
Whereas with me, it's like I listen to everybody. So what that say about me?
Yeah, I listen to it. If it sounds good, I fuck with it.
If it sounds good, I fuck with it.
I don't care what it is. It could be country, it could be pop, it could be rock and roll, it could be
That's
rap.
very true.
If it sounds good, I'm fucking with it. Oh God.
That's valid as fuck. Okay, so hold on, back to these drugs. So do you take ecstasy?
Yeah, I take ecstasy from time to time.
So what kind of music comes from that? I feel like ecstasy is kind of like a drug of choice for me lately.
I love it. For that, okay, it kind of when it give me that, like nigga, they give me that, and then it just it already make you want to talk anyway.
Ecstasy make you talkative as fuck.
Yeah, so I kind of just get like that's when I open up.
Do you talk on tracks?
Like what you mean?
Like you know how you listen to a song or whatever that like they'll start talking before they get to the next verse type shit? Do you do that?
I've been trying to dibble into it, but like I don't really like getting off into talking that much on them, so I'm trying to find my way with them. Cause
it's so funny, this dude I mess with, I always can tell when he was on ecstasy at the time when he was making a song because he'll be just start talking in the middle of that bitch. And it'd be so fire, and then he'll just bring it back in with the like, what the fuck? What made you do that shit? But that's what the drugs make you do. It make you do certain shit.
Now the crazy thing about that, I actually got I just posted it on my close friends after I posted the vlog. I got an intro that I did. And I literally just did that same shit, but I didn't say nothing in the middle.
Oh yeah, I want to bring back in the beginning.
Yeah, and I want to bring back the mixtape feel, so I'm like, I'm gonna let a DJ talk shit right there.
Yeah, I miss that too. I think we missing that.
Yeah,
we missing that element sometimes.
Man, them gangsta grill type things.
That's why I don't mind DJ Khaled talking his shit on shit. Do what you do, nigga.
On mainstream records,
do what you do.
It's the mixtape feel though.
The mixtape, I miss that shit. Just like, I miss it. I really miss that shit.
I'm trying to bring all that back, like pushing them. Like dropping them like Gucci.
Yeah.
Out here on the streets with them not pressed up with CDs. It's 2030. You can't go here with CDs.
Man, you'd be surprised how many people still be out here with CDs. You like, you cool, bro?
Yeah. 2017 ain't coming with a CD player, so I don't know. Cool, I be trying to tell dudes like, listen, I'm gonna support you because I would want somebody to support me.
Right.
But stop it with these CDs, man.
That shit is crazy as hell. It's crazy as hell.
But yeah, I want to bring all that back, like dropping them consistently. DJs on them. Probably like 2 or 3 DJs on them, or it's hosted by such and such. Maybe get some celebrities or something to do skits on them. And yeah, I want to bring the whole.
Yes, like I love when you can bring somebody on your talk and they got a little interlude and then go on to the next. I miss interludes.
Oh God.
I miss interludes. Oh, God. Interludes are so needed.
Man.
I don't think people realize how needed interludes are.
Man.
You need that.
Just the character to the tape period or to whatever your project is period. Like there don't be no character to it. Like.
Yes. Where's the
ain't no animation in the lyrics. Yeah, it ain't no.
Like there was no extra emotion behind that. You just said it like.
Cause everybody want to be too damn cool nowadays. Everybody want to be doped up and cool as hell. Like
doped up and cool as hell.
Doped up. We like proud fiends and hoes. I don't know what this is about. I love my people. I love my generation. Now we came up with some of the hardest shit.
I'm not against coming full circle with how we feel. I'm not against coming full circle with how we feel. But when every song sounds like that, that's when it get old. Like we got more to say.
Come on,
taking niggas' money and using bitches for their cars and shit, and being salty because he with the next bitch. It's more than that.
And I think we getting into a mind state too, as a collective of people that like we starting to see the fake. We starting to see the bullshit now. We waking up now. Like there's a lot of people waking up now. Like
very true.
Like come on, bro, that ain't even cool for you to even put that on the rap. Like you know what I'm saying? You to even put that in there. Like you a grown man.
That's so true. Oh my God, so, that is so true.
Yeah, so it's something I'm against with the shit, but I don't. It's all love because at the end of the day, somebody like it, so I can't necessarily knock it. But I just know I can't subject my music to just all drill shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, all one.
That's fair when you can extend yourself too. Yeah. Nothing always want to sound the same. You ain't want to keep doing that. Like so that I do understand.
And I wanted to ask you this too.
What?
Since you the music guru, right? So
yeah.
Okay. Where did the New York drill sound come from?
Honestly.
Let's talk about it.
It can. I feel like it can come down to a couple people, because because
it's an area.
Oh, it's an area.
It's an area.
Where it start?
Say like Europe-ish.
Really?
Yeah.
That Toronto shit.
Kind of, you close.
Up there in the area, I can see that because that's how them niggas up there rap.
But where they get it from?
What's that city? Oh my God, it's right there on the border. That city.
Start with a U.
Start with a U. What is it?
United Kingdom, the UK.
Oh, United Kingdom.
Yeah. They had like grime rap and techno, and they played with them type of sounds, and then New York kind of like put their little.
Yeah, cause you know what? Them being so close to that area up there, it's so easy for shit to bleed into each other.
Yeah.
So I can see that too, cause you'll be like, how did that shit sound like that? And then you're listening to some UK shit, you be like, why you talking like that? But you spitting.
Yeah, they talking crazy though, like Dizzy Rascal and them, like they be talking crazy.
And then they accent on there and be so what? Man. But you got once you get past the accent, you be like, he talking crazy.
I like that.
I like that shit.
I
ain't even gonna cap. I kind of like that shit. And then I don't know, West Coast kind of got they shit. It's coming back a little bit.
Yeah, they kind of modernized.
They modernized it a little bit. It's cool. It's like it still got that old school feel to it though. That's why I respect it.
Yeah, I was about to say I like it for that.
Yeah,
it's
like,
true to the origin.
When you can pay homage to where you come from, I respect that.
Yeah, you can feel yourself being in the Bay or whatever when you hear their music.
Yes.
Even though you ain't never been there, it just take you there.
Yeah, I'm like, I stepped foot in California for a day and didn't really do what I needed to do. So I don't even have like a good idea.
But you feel it though.
But as soon as I turn on some shit, I feel that shit. Like I
see what Snoop was talking about on that.
Yeah, like I felt that feeling.
Yeah, I see the two-step he was playing.
I felt that feeling. So what you been listening to?
What's really been on replay like as of lately? You know, MGK just dropped.
That's so crazy you say that. I was listening to that shit too, and it's fire.
Yeah,
that's fire.
Hey, that's my favorite one. I've been having that on rotation all day.
That's low key fire. I fuck with that. Yeah. I fucks with people who still fuck with MGK too.
Because I don't feel like that went like how they tried to make it seem. Like not just because he's from Cleveland, but they just trying to make it seem like just smoking. Like you got to think, it ain't too many rappers in the game that could even go bar for bar with him. He held his own. M had to diss him like 2-3 times.
He did though. I was about to say it took more than once to do it. It took more than once.
It was supposed to crush him if that's the case.
So I don't know. I feel like he get a little bit too much.
Yeah, they be trying to hate on him too hard.
Yeah,
and he a saucy white dude. They be like, he corny.
I feel like personally, when it comes to like white people in the game, you gotta have some swag about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like even this Jack Harlow dude, like
he got the sauce.
Swaggy.
He got the sauce. I like dude.
Swaggy as hell. That nigga swaggy as hell. It make me want to listen to his music just based on what you look like, and that's kind of how it was with Mac Miller too. That's how I became a fan. You think you look chill as fuck. I want to know what you hit for.
Like, man, who you was around? Where you come from? What's going on?
But the thing with MGK was, I was like, well, this nigga tatted as fuck. He cool as shit. Ain't from Cleveland. All right, let me tap in.
Right.
And then it's like everybody just like, oh, this nigga corny. This nigga. And we like, okay, but he from Cleveland though. I don't know why we do that. But
yeah, I don't.
Cleveland people never want to support Cleveland people, but that's just that on that.
Yeah, we gonna get past it.
I hope so.
We gonna make a change one day.
I really, truly do. We hope we get past this shit because I'm so over the idea of chasing the popularity of the next person or whoever just come to town real quick. When we got talent everywhere, like the talent that Cleveland has is so unmatched.
It's crazy.
It really is unmatched. Like
crazy.
It's crazy. And honestly, it doesn't really hit you how much talent we have until like you gotta search for it in another city, and then you'll be like, damn, like that was so accessible to me.
Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of bullshit in the city too.
It's a lot of bullshit.
But it's some gems in the city.
It is some gems in the city.
Damn.
Like I ain't gonna lie. The more I travel, we really got some great food. I'm gonna stop complaining.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop complaining. I really am. We got some good food. We
food.
gotta get it before 10 o'clock, but
we
got some good food.
You know how that goes.
But we got some good food.
We
and I fuck
eat.
with that. But yeah, Cleveland is one of those places where like I don't know. I want to see the businesses prosper more. Like the businesses that's actually theirs. The rappers, the music is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like okay, you just recently had a show. How did it go with your show recently?
I actually didn't even get a chance to make it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, when I tell you my life is a movie, my life is a movie. I can't. Oh my god, I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up.
Was it a reason? You just slipped. The time slipped.
No, it wasn't like I was on behind on business or nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
I guess it just was meant in the universe what happened. Like that. You know?
What can you do?
It just wasn't meant for me to make it there.
What can you do?
Step up, I gotta turn up, so I can avoid them type of situations.
I feel that.
You know?
I feel that too. I feel that.
I can't blame nobody or nothing.
Yeah, I feel it. Trust me, I feel it. It's been a couple of things where I thought shit was gonna fall into motion, where I thought I was gonna host some shit, thought I was gonna do, and it just was like, you know what?
Or how about you had shit set up and then some fuck shit happened?
Yeah, and you like, actually, I don't want to be part of that.
Yeah.
So I think that's something I want to do.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just feel like sometimes in Cleveland, you know, as much as you want to put yourself out there, sometimes shit happens to the point where it's like, I'm telling elsewhere because I see why LeBron did that. Every day I see why LeBron went to Miami. I really do. And it's starting to show as I get older. I'm not mad at that, man.
I love the city itself, but some of the people make me
I love the city. Oh my God, I love the city. I love Cleveland so much. Ever. Yeah. I love Cleveland so much, but sometimes the people in it can just make you feel like, dude, what am I dealing with this for? Man. It's crazy. Just, I don't know. People really think Cleveland is one of those places where people think they can get away with bare minimum, and we're supposed to be cool with it.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
Somebody from the South said, we wasn't, we was, you know, where everybody else was still with the slaves, we was free, so we kind of strong. You think that got something to do with it?
That might have something to do with it, because people in the South, they really look out for each other.
Yeah, and up here, we be like, man.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe we was just like, okay.
That's strange.
Boot looking at shit.
That's strange.
So crazy.
I'd be so down to help the next person, I'd do it without even thinking about it, like, knowing like this might not even end well or it might not be beneficial for me, but it's just in my nature to do it.
That's the battle of having a kind heart. That's really the battle of having a kind heart, especially living in a city like this. Because it's like, you know, you have to say to yourself for the sake of yourself, but you just being a good person, you really just got to pick and choose your battles, and that's not cool all the time. When you really trying to like look out, it's not cool. Like, you be like, damn, I can't even be my genuine self around you. I don't need to be around you.
Facts.
And that's just facts. I think that's just where we got to be at in Cleveland. Go where you're loved. Go where you're loved. Go where you're appreciated.
Yeah.
Go
celebrated and not tolerated. That's what
there you
go.
Go where you celebrated, not tolerated. Because and if that's not Cleveland, get the fuck out.
Yeah, I think
that's really that simple.
I think he was just talking to me then.
You know.
Because I don't be feeling like they be appreciating you, boy. Sometimes. Now sometimes it be me too. Like, man, you gotta be more consistent. You gotta do this. And I got over analysis paralysis. Like I just research shit to the T. Like, no, I gotta pop out with it right. It gotta be right. If it ain't right, I ain't fucking with it. But lately, I just been like, man, just go do that shit, bro.
I agree.
Just go do that shit. Like it's really just been hitting me after my car accident not too long ago. Like, like man, just go do that shit, bro. You're not guaranteed tomorrow.
Not guaranteed tomorrow. Just go and do it. That's why I tell people, just do it. Say you experienced it and keep it pushing. Man. Whether it was bad or good, just do it.
I done had some, just with this camera, I done had some terrible shoots. I'd be like, damn, how am I? But then when I get home, I'd be like, man, no, but you learn. Like, you got to do this. You got to do that now. Yeah, you
learn along the way. Yeah. That's the biggest thing for me. Learn along the way. Who you waiting on music from this year?
Really, this might sound cliche, but me, Drake.
Drake got a drop again?
Yeah. Cause the the last one ain't do it for me for real. I really.
Oh, you weren't playing it all like that?
Nah, really.
I'm trying to think the last time I played it. Somebody just told me because they was catching up on my episodes. They was like, "Damn, Kid, you was so indifferent about that Drake album. Or are you still listening to it?" The last time I played that Drake album was around Christmas.
When it came out or some shit.
Yeah. And it dropped in the summer. And even before that, like I was just dabbling. Like I told you, I picked my favorites and went. And I just didn't even listen to the whole thing again. Somebody was playing some shit in the car, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Man. And it was like, "That was on that Drake album." I said, "Oh,
I couldn't believe it."
Oh, word.
I'm like, "This is what Drake doing now?"
Oh, word.
Damn, not my homie.
Everything's so TikTok now. Because that's the quickest way to get a check. Yeah. I mean, I get it.
Yeah, if it works for you, shit.
It works, but
more power. Yeah.
So when you plan on dropping this year?
I'm going for the summer, really, but I'm trying to decide because I got like 30 songs. I want to drop them all at once. Yeah, I want to just give them to
Don't do it, Chris Brown. Please don't.
Yeah, but people like, man, go singles. So I'm trying.
Yeah, or even just just make a couple visuals and get it ready for the summer. You know, like at least right before Memorial time, get some visuals going, so you could drop it like right at the end of June or early July for the rest of the summer. Get it going. You know.
Would you see yourself listening to my music?
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm gonna bring nobody on my show. I ain't about to listen to your music. I learned that the hard way.
What that?
I learned that the hard way.
What's your method behind that?
I interviewed somebody when I first started this show. It had to be like the first 15 episodes. It was a friend of mine, like he did music or whatever, and we talked about it, but not really so much. You know what I'm saying? We was just talking about celebrities and their bullshit or whatever. But it was what it was. But at that time, I was so adamant about putting their name and their music out there. It is what it is. So not even thinking about the music because I didn't really listen to his music all like that. So I really didn't you know what I'm saying? So when he sent over the track, I'm like, oh.
Say, this what you be doing?
Like, oh, okay. But when I added it on the end of the song or whatever, and I saw the feedback I got, and everybody was like, they kind of was coming at me, not the artist, but me. You know what I'm saying?
Why they was coming at you? Why?
Because I'm the one that supplied them this music. So now everybody's like, oh, and if I say, oh, I don't even listen to that, no way, they're going to be like, well, why is it on your platform? So it's like I had to lie somehow and come up with something, because I know damn well I'm not listening to this shit. Right. So I learned the hard way. I'm not about to bring nobody on my show where I don't necessarily don't listen to you, or I don't. If your music ain't good, it ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm kind of like that with the collab.
Yeah,
like,
so
I don't personally take a liking to your shit.
Yeah, that's what Britt Bands was just saying when she came on here too. She's like, she learned her lesson with collabing. Like she'll drop on a song and then she'll be like, what the fuck? This was a waste of my time if I'm blowing you out on your own song. And that was on me though. I should have listened more to your shit. Facts. So I don't know. So I do see that. But that's kind of that go with podcasts too. Like people ask me all the time, like, oh, how do I start a podcast? I'm like, do you listen to podcasts? No. Well, there we go. You should start there.
You gotta tap in.
You gotta tap in. You gotta start before your records. I'm just saying. Don't say you're gonna start a podcast and then you don't listen to none. How do you know what your structure gonna be? How do you know what you're gonna do? You can't just sit in front of a mic every day and just go I mean, granted, some shit come to you like that, but week after week after week, you're gonna run out of content that way, huh? Write the outline. And if you don't know how to structure the outline, listen to the other podcasts so you gotta get an idea. You know what I'm saying?
People being too cool again.
Being too cool, trying to be cool and shit, thinking they got a little something, and then you like, you cool? No? Alright, I guess
I'm gonna let you live.
I guess I'm gonna let you live. And then they figure it out the hard way. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I know people who want to be a producer just based off of shit that they see on Versus. I just know people that just want to be a DJ just because they don't like the music that they hear in the club. That's not how DJ works. It's a lot that goes with shit. You know what I'm saying?
This
so
is
it's like
art.
It's something than just saying it versus just doing it. And I be telling people, like, if you could sit in front of a mic every week, I would like to see you do it for 98 consecutive weeks. No, I would love to see you do it.
That's something different. That's something.
You know what I'm saying?
That's something different.
I would love to see you do it.
That's something different.
I would love to see you do it. That's all.
I've been trying it at home because I got like a little I got like a little like behind the story type thing with the videos. Yeah. Like, and I kind of set it up. Yeah. Right. Long story short, and I got it set up like a podcast in a way. Like now I'm doing the new episodes, and it's like once I saw the whole setup, I'm looking at my room like, man, this shit ain't gonna never work. I You know what I'm saying? I gotta be able to move around this one.
You like, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta come with the
plug some shit.
I gotta do this. I gotta get the lighting right. I gotta
research this shit before I even start talking about it.
I'm telling you, like, it's so much that go with it. That's why I said, like, people be like, oh, well, how does it? I be like, I stalk. What do you mean you stalk? Whoever I'm about to record with, I gotta stalk their page. I gotta stalk what they doing. I gotta see what we gonna talk about. I can't just be bringing up bullshit. I gotta do this. I gotta bring that up. I gotta talk about this. I gotta tap in. It's a lot that go in.
So hit me over the head. What you got for me? Cause you've been talking about this research for a while. Let's see what you done done. What you came up with? Talk to me.
Alright, so first and foremost, we're gonna talk about, you know, fake beef for a second.
Fake beef?
Fake beef.
What?
You know? Because people think that you have beef with other people. It really don't even be that. Sometimes you just really be doing your thing and people kind of just be catching on to what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you kind of notice that everybody around you start acting a little different.
Yeah.
So I have noticed that, you know, you've been kind of just been solo by yourself for a minute because you just like, hold on, everybody around me being weird.
Yeah.
So how did you get here? Like, what exactly happened to make you feel like, let me re-evaluate what's going on? Because people just not feeling me.
Really, it was prison because my mind state changed when I came home. Like before I went to jail, like we could be walking and talking, and nigga be like, "Yeah, bro, fuck you," and I'd be like, "Yeah." That's the lights was off. Like, damn. I'm just autopilot. I'm just because I was running the studio too though. So I'm like getting high. I'm just recording niggas' music, but I'm just like every day it's kind of routine. It wasn't no change. It wasn't no excitement. I'm recording, but I ain't going nowhere with it. I ain't outside. I ain't moving around. I'm just like, this the one. Putting it on the internet. But when I went to jail, I was like, you know what I'm saying? I woke up. I ain't had them drugs. You know what I'm saying? Shit changed. So then when I came home, I'd be getting high and a nigga be like, yeah, bro, fuck you. And I'd be like, hold on, where you get that from? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
holding people accountable to how they feel about you now.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Yeah, so
I appreciate shit like that.
Yeah, my mom always tell me, like, you got to teach people how to treat you. So now if you fucking off, it ain't like so much I'm gonna just be like, oh nigga, we not friends no more, but you gonna know like, yeah, I kinda wasn't feeling that move that you just pulled, like, and the way you moving, I'm gonna kinda just stay over here. If not, you would see it in my actions like, damn, bro, I ain't been fucking with you because you probably tripping. I probably done been told you about this situation. You steady doing what you doing, so I gotta do this over here, man. I'm working on something. I'm working on something. I'm working on I see this got to be done. If I don't do it, it ain't gonna get done.
I feel that. I feel that. Gotta hold yourself accountable, and then everybody that's around you. What you here for?
Yeah, if you're not holding me accountable to something, if you can't be like, damn, bro, that was some motion.
What you here for?
Yeah, what you doing? What you doing? What Moneybag say? He said, if I gotta coach a nigga on how to be real, I don't need him around.
Facts.
I gotta keep telling you, like, bro, this is the third, but I'll be wanting a nigga to be a grown man with me and be like, yeah, bro, you probably was moving too fast just then. Probably should have went back and thought about it. You probably shouldn't have said that much. I'll be happy to learn that shit. Like, but don't get me wrong. Now I got some partners that's for sure in my pocket in my corner.
And I feel that too. When you got people that's around you in your corner and doing that, you know, keep them around. But also you gotta figure out why people are around you.
That's the thing. The motive. Like,
why are
motive.
You around me?
What you want?
What do you want? Why are you here? What caught your attention to be around me? And it's not necessarily because every time I bring this up to somebody about, sometimes you got to think like, why are people around you? People say I self-sabotage a lot. And I don't necessarily think that's self-sabotage. I think that's just more so of me staying efficient and just staying grounded to what's paying attention to me. Because if something slide past me, I don't want to feel stupid as to how I didn't see that.
Hell no. I think too hard.
I think way too hard.
I'll go to my room and be like,
I think way too hard.
I can't go to sleep.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that 100%. So yeah, something about that is just like, you sure?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
So I feel that too. I did want to talk about this though, because I know y'all gonna be like, bitch, you went to these concerts and you're not gonna say nothing. So look, I went to see Jazmine Sullivan recently on March 23rd in Atlanta. This bitch is fucking bomb, okay? And I know I was on the podcast like a month ago crying because I couldn't find no ticket. Everybody sold them out. And bitch, my friend Sabrina came through with the ticket. Shout out to Sabrina. Yeah. For real. Sabrina came through. I went with her and her sister. They about to be look. They about to be my sisters this summer because we outside.
Right.
I'm like, sheesh, and it was just so amazing to see. I went up there. I ended up running to so many of my friends. They ended up getting last minute tickets too. I'm like, bitch, we in here. Shout out to Embrielle. Shout out to Zell. Who else was there? Shit, I don't know. Everybody was there. But man, it was so much fun. Like, it was just crazy. Like, we all just had like this whole little corner on lock. And it was just amazing. Like, just seeing her live, and she sounds just like the track.
That's what I was about to say.
When you sound just like the track, she's amazing. Like, I cried at one point. Like, that's how emotional it was. I cried. And I haven't cried at a concert since I went to go see Kid Cudi. And
you went to go see Cudi?
I did. I saw Kid Cudi back in 2016.
And you cried?
I did.
What you was like when you was crying?
Because, you know, for Cudi, it was so emotional because music really means a lot to me.
Yeah,
and Cudi kind of saved me a couple times. You know what I mean? Like, just on some, like...
Speak on it, but, like, if you can. If you
no, I'll speak on it, but, like, Cudi, like, really didn't save my life a couple times. Like, it's been times where, like, I feel so alone, like, nobody got my back. Like, I'm, like, feel like, I'm one of those people, like, I'm my only kid. I'm my mom's only kid. Let me put that out there. I'm my mom's only kid. I'm the youngest of my dad's kids. And I feel like I'm left out because I'm the only one without a different mom sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like unnoticed. I feel left out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like uninvited to some shit.
It's so gangster that you can admit this right now.
I can, for sure. I used to feel like that a lot. That's why I really recommend having friends who show you that they fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, ever since I started my podcast, I started feeling like I have a genuine good amount of friends that I've met through the podcast, or just people that I just, you know, started taking more serious as friendships because they see my vision with my podcast. And it's like the more that we pour into each other, I'm realizing how important it is to have friendships that you can build on.
I was about to say, ultimately, that builds a friendship.
That builds
it might
a friendship.
start
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, from now, it's like I look back like, damn, I really felt so lonely for so long. It's like, well, why did I feel that way? But it's because, you know, you might have been friends with somebody and they did you wrong, or they might have did feel like this, and then after a while you feel so lonely, like, well, damn, who do I got? Why do I feel like this? So when I listen to certain Cudi songs like Mr. Solo Dolo and, you know, Soundtrack to My Life and shit like that, like, man, like, just certain shit, like, you'll be like, dude, like, you get me. And I remember one song I was listening to him, he like, I'm your big brother. I'm like, come on, nigga, we out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, I get so emotional. So, like, seeing Cudi in concert, and I guess it was so emotional for me because there was so many times where I wanted to see Cudi in concert, but I couldn't make it, or something happened, or just whatever the fuck. And I always wanted to see him in Cleveland because, you know, he's from Cleveland. So when he finally was at the House of Blues, and I was like, oh, hell no. Like, I remember I was starting a new job. I switched shifts so I could get off at a certain time. Like, I remember it was a whole thing for me, and I went by myself. And I just will never forget.
Like
man, no, for real.
Not so much, because they trying to wear out the fan word, so this week I need support like this.
Support.
Yeah, I need support.
Like, it's just good to just have people that you know listen to your music like that, and you be like, whoa, like, that's raw as fuck. And I just remember going to the concert, and it's like, as soon as, I forgot what song he performed, but it was like something off of Man on the Moon. I know that for sure, because that was my shit. And I just remember, like, he was just performing it, and you could just tell, like, he really was hurt. Like, he hurt. And you could see it. Like, even though he's not like that no more, like, we get, you know, our mental may not be there. But just seeing him on stage and he was pouring himself out like that, it was just like, whoa. It was a
real, raw moment.
Yeah. And then just the lights and everything. It just kind of brought me back to a time where I was in my room bored listening to this shit. And I was like, damn, like, this is so relatable. And I just remember just like, oh, like, just tears just coming down. Like, the shit was just so real and authentic.
Look, you got me about ready to
no, because this shit, like, I don't think people get, like, how real music really can be for me. I'm watching Jazmine Sullivan on stage, and it's this song on her album that she got called Girl Like Me. And she pretty much just be talking about, like, how we feel like we the perfect person for a nigga. And they get blindsided by shit that they see on social media. And they see all these pretty women on social media and this and this and this, and they get all the attention. But here I am in front of you, and I'm real, and I'm just trying to be here for you. And when she performed that song, and I was just like, because I felt that, like, I was just, yeah, like, I was just like, it's been times where I was in the car, like, damn, this bitch talking, but I never really was like crying, you know what I'm saying? But like, seeing her performing and giving her little backstory on how she wrote it, and I'm just like, bitch, that's relatable as fuck. Hold on, because it be sometimes where, like, you really be feeling somebody, you really like somebody, and they'll just they distracted by the shit that they see, and you be like, that shit ain't even real, nigga. Like, what the fuck? And you be like, I just wish that you could see like a girl like me. And you be like, damn, these hoes really be winning. Like, these hoes really be winning and don't even be doing shit.
That's real. That's real.
And it was like, damn, like, you as a writer, a singer, you beautiful as fuck. Like, she worked her ass off to get her body the way she wanted it to. And it's just amazing to see. And that the fact that she can put in the words a song like that to speak for other women, to me, like, that's so beautiful to me. To take a craft, something that's not even happening to you at that moment.
Never fake like she ain't got that voice. Like, she got that voice.
She got the voice. So I'm sitting there like,
I think she a legend in mine.
She's definitely a legend to me,
like
too.
India Irie type. Yeah,
she's up there to me.
Yeah, that's the type
and
of
I was
points
just
I
like, it's amazing. Like, I was just like, this bitch really singing her ass off, and she sounded so amazing. It was so good.
You just started crying.
I did. I looked back like, yo, they was like, oh, Key. I'm like, yo, this shit really touched me. Like, y'all don't get it. But and now it's like, it's so funny because after you go to a concert, you never hear songs the same. It's like it brings you back to that moment.
You kind of.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like you hear the
drums,
you hear the background singers, you hear everything when you hear the song again. Like, I went to go see Larry June back in November, and it's still songs that I cannot hear the same.
This is why I've been looking for a band, because it's like, I can't remember what show it was.
Yes, when you got live music?
Oh.
As a rapper too, that's so dope.
Oh my God.
The only rapper I ever seen with a live band was Wale.
What? You ain't hip to NPR music? Tiny Desk?
Oh yeah. Now that is crazy. Now, I love shit like that. I love shit like that. Oh my God, I love Tiny Desk. It was a guy I used to actually like. We used to like DoorDash food and watch 3 Tiny Desks. Like, when he want to watch, when I want to watch, and when we both want to watch together.
That's gangster.
It used to be so dope.
That's gangster.
That was a dope date night for us. Like, it was like that every Sunday.
People think I'm kind of weird and shit like that.
Like, no, that's like amazing.
Like, let me see what they doing.
No, that shit
sound good.
Like, that shit good. Like, that shit be dope to me. I love shit like that.
I love that shit.
I love shit like that. I really do.
I've been feeling for a band just for some shit.
Yes, like, you performing with a band behind you, you gonna feel this shit.
Man, what? I'm
you gonna feel this shit.
That night.
Whether even you know me or not, you gonna remember me.
Yeah, you gonna love me.
You gonna remember me.
You gonna love me after this.
That's crazy. But yeah, I remember like actually like traveling with a band though. Any rapper that can do that, that's dope. That's dope as hell. That's dope as hell. And when I was in Atlanta, I went to go see Premo Rice. That shit was exciting. Premo, if you had Larry June, he rap with him sometimes.
Larry June a producer, right?
He a rapper.
This one is a producer named Larry June.
He a rapper.
I might be gonna confuse Larry somebody. He a rapper.
Yeah.
He from like the West Coast. I think my cousin was trying to put me on to him.
He real cool. I always recommend if you gonna dive deep into Larry June, try to get a little high first. Make sure you in a mindset where you ready to grind too. Like, I always recommend listening to him like on a good day where you wake up, it's kind of sunny outside, and you just ready to just like be on your shit. Put on some Larry June. You'll be surprised at what you accomplish. I kid you not. But Premo, this nigga, his music, he kind of get pimp vibes.
Okay.
Like, he a pimp kinda. And he really keeps this persona too. Like, he really keeps this persona.
The pimp persona?
Yes, because when he came on stage, he was really just like
on that player shit.
Yeah. Like, talking to his DJ like, nah, I don't wanna hear that shit right now. Like, nah, these niggas don't wanna hear that shit. Like, he was really like on some player ass shit. Calling bitches out in the crowd like, oh, you look good as fuck. Where you gonna be at tonight? I'm gonna meet you there type shit. Like, he was playing. Like, he was on some player shit.
Yeah, I gotta check my dog out. His name Premo?
His name Premo Rice. He hard as fuck. Premo Rice. That was a hard ass concert too. I was just interested because I've never been to a concert in Atlanta like in a small venue like that. So it was kind of like a House of Blues type of setting. So I was like, okay, let me see what this hit for. But Atlanta is very their concert.
You've been cheering for Atlanta now.
I know.
Yeah,
shout out to Atlanta. Y'all know I love
Atlanta. On you.
But I know, right? But my only thing with Atlanta is the support they show. Because I was telling you, because everybody that he brought out before him wasn't really known rappers, but people in the audience wasn't talking over him while they was performing or anything like that. They was really just like listening.
That had to be a beautiful feeling.
I'm like, y'all fucking with this nigga? I was at the bar. They like, oh yeah, nigga, that shit was some heat. Like, they yelling to this nigga. They like, oh yeah, I appreciate you, nigga. And then the next song, and they just like rocking with him and shit.
I want to get that type of feedback.
Yeah, he came out in the crowd. They like, oh, what's your name today? I'm about to add you on Apple Music. like shit like that. It was just amazing. It's cool to see support like that because it's one of those things you don't really see.
Right.
So. For sure.
I'm trying not to drag the city, man, because
and that's the thing too. We were like, oh, you can't be dragging Cleveland like that, but it's like, man, you got. I really just wish like we didn't shine so much light on popularity, like just shine the light on so much people, because man, I know people who just not popular, but they so dope, but they don't get the shine that they should because they not out there the way that they want to be. And then when you try to be out there, they too
goddamn cool.
Crazy as hell.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you too.
What?
When you was talking about the Kid Cudi thing.
Oh yeah.
I kind of realized this was another thing too that let me know I was different from niggas, because people like in the city, we gonna say, do a lot of hate. When you was just saying that, like that gave me chills. Like I was watching the rise of MGK today, and he had like a little show. Man, he did his little show in front of the little crowd, and you know what I'm saying. I was like, man. Like, I got the chills. I almost cried at that moment. I'm like, I know that feels good.
I don't know why it's so hard for, like, Cleveland artists to finally, like, make it. I don't know what it is.
Because we not willing to, it's like the one thing I can say about us is we all got, like, our own sound. The ones that's hot.
Yes.
We got our own sound, but won't nobody, me and my partner was talking about that, won't nobody conform to one sound. So they be like, oh, that's that Cleveland shit, because Cleveland never, like,
we don't got our own lingo.
We never had our own nothing for
We don't got our own lingo. We don't got our own menu. The only thing we got is sauce on the fries. That's all we got. We ain't got our own, like, special type food besides a corned beef sandwich.
Yeah, and a Polish boy.
And a Polish boy, because we the only ones that's going to make it right. It's not, it's just things that's, like, we got to make that staple.
Yeah.
That shows, like, this is Cleveland. Like, Cleveland needs that staple. And it's so crazy because we naming these artists that's still from Cleveland, but they still not that staple to the city as they should be.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And it's so crazy to me.
I wonder why that be though. Like,
I don't know.
I have seen some cats that made it on the and made it up.
I mean,
just got
Doughboy,
the ridiculous. Hey, Doughboy get a lot of love, honestly.
Doughboy get a lot of love, but at the same time, I think what you know what's also crazy. If you go on Apple Music right now and you go to like Southern albums, that Doughboy album don't know it. He is not from the South. It's that type of stigma. So just like you said, we don't really got our own sound, our own stigma, our own staple. So it's like it's hard for us to
get off into the drill shit too. I shout out to Doughboy. I fuck with it. I certain songs. Yeah.
I don't know what's up with it, but
I don't know.
We'll figure it out one of these days. Hopefully, so.
I know we got this melodic shit from Bone.
Oh yeah.
To me, MGK.
And that's so true because I will say that too. We have that melodic sound.
Cudi. Yeah,
we have that melodic sound, so maybe we can kind of run with that a little bit. But even then, even when Bone tried to get their own little artists, it's not. They was shitty. I'm just gonna put that out there.
I ain't gonna comment on that.
They wasn't that. So shout out to Bone. Thanks for putting us on, putting us on the map. You know,
the Crazy Bone.
Crazy Bone for sure. For sure.
Super shout out to them.
Super shout out to Crazy Bone. They the uncles of the city.
Yeah.
They the Cleveland uncles. Yeah. So hopefully they get their shot.
I'll be hoping they come back to the city and come grab me.
I want them to so bad.
The new Cleveland, like the bitch I'm from Cleveland.
So
why aren't we redoing that? It's hard shit out here right now. Bitch, I'm from Cleveland. The new one with a new deal.
No, for real. Man. I don't know. Cleveland was a fun time in like MySpace days though. You remember that?
Yeah, with the royalty camp. Oh my God.
That was a fun time.
What a time to be alive.
Tess.
Man,
that was a time.
Tape from the 50.
Yes.
Corey Bates.
Yes. Man. Corey Bates is a pastor.
Yes, man.
That's insane.
And I fuck with Dog. Shout out to Corey Bates. Well, I mess with Dog in the name of Jesus. I mess with Dog. Shout out to Corey. You know, cause me and Corey tap in with. We don't know each other personally, but we tap in. And he ain't afraid to show love, and I ain't afraid to show that, like, even though he is like in his lane, I'm still gonna show love. Like, Dog, you was a pioneer in this shit.
Yeah,
like, Corey Bates,
showing love.
Man, that nigga really like. Corey Bates was like inspiration for the city for real.
Hell yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like,
that shit got it going.
Man,
that shit got it
it's
going.
Like you really knew. Like I remember one time, I was drunk as fuck one day, and I started the podcast. I seen the baby grand shaking that. Everybody was like, "Bitch, you took it back." I'm like, y'all remember Corey Bates?
Yeah,
like that shit was so crazy. Like I'm just like, it's so crazy how like music really come full circle, and you'll be like, damn, I was really
I never would have expected Corey Lynch to be like into this lane though.
Ever.
I never would have expected
Ever.
that. You couldn't have
How
paid
we
me.
was at the baby grand shaking her ass and now you at church.
Man.
I can't get past
I mean, he's saved now. He's saved.
He's saved now.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna put it past him.
He's saved. He's still doing him. I think the one thing, and this kind of like smoke Christianity music or religious music, period. Whenever somebody hear it, it'd be like the worst quality. Not to disrespect his, but if you notice though, like whenever somebody doing anything church related, it just be like terrible quality. Like, man,
it do not be the best.
It's not entertaining.
It don't be the best. I agree.
It do not. So he creating a niche where he kind of making it entertaining. Because I be watching, I be like, okay, he on to something.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what he doing.
Yeah.
I see, but yeah.
I agree. I agree.
You know what I'm talking about.
I agree.
Even if they streaming the service, you're like, oh my God, what is this? You can't hear the service or something.
No, for real. You be like, what's... All right, we rocking out. It's okay.
It's just not engaging.
We gonna keep going. We gonna keep going. It's cool.
Yeah.
We be all right.
Yeah, we gonna get saved, though. We get saved.
We be all right. For your records this week, I did want to bring this up. So, Biggie Life After Death turns 25. And I just think that's insane. Like, be thinking back, like, just classic albums, and you be thinking about how they age and how music is really timeless, man. That's a different story for a different day. We can talk about timeless albums all day.
Man.
But I'm just really like in shock. Just like 25 years.
I was 4 when they came.
Really?
Yeah,
I was 1.
1.
Barely. Barely. I was 3 months. And knew all them shits.
Yeah, and the way you was just saying it, I thought you had jumped off the porch.
Knew all them shits. That's why everybody be like, damn, because I was talking about the Tupac album last, and that shit turned 26, and that's how old I am.
Wait, which one? All Eyes on Me?
Yeah.
And when was this? Last year?
No, just last month it turned 26.
Damn.
And I was like, damn, how do I know all these songs?
Damn, because we grew up on them.
I grew up on them.
Grew up on them.
Like, damn, music is so timeless, and it got you thinking, like, when music come out, like, what are our kids gonna listen to that we play? Because a lot of our shit don't have a lot of replay value on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to bring back too. In a way,
like make sure you got some music that I know I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, like how we just did with that Corey Babe shit and all of that. Man. Make sure we can say, oh yeah, like, you remember this?
Like what was the I Came to Rep My Hood.
I Came to Rep My Hood.
When that came on, oh my God! If somebody play that right now, somebody probably gonna fight.
Yes.
Somebody probably gonna fight, but it's gonna be a good fight.
It's gonna be a good fight.
They might get up and shake hands after
It's
that.
gonna be a good one after the fact because that's what the song do.
Yeah.
That's what the song do. I think at that time when music was coming out, it was so like,
huh? I said shout out to Shank too.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think the thing too, cause we got those songs, like we got those Cleveland staple songs.
Yeah.
But it's like we just don't got the longevity the way we want to. You know what I mean?
I wonder what it is. Like,
I don't know what it is.
Do you really think it's something over, or do you really think it's a
stigma
over Cleveland, over Ohio?
Are we the mistake by the lake, for real?
Do you think that?
I don't think we're the mistake by the lake. I just think we just don't have a unity value.
We got terrible ass luck, though. We got terrible.
A little bit.
Terrible ass luck.
I ain't gonna lie. Look, we still excited from a championship that we won fucking more than 5 years ago.
I know some old
we about to dry that shit in the ground. Man. It's gonna be 2036, and we gonna be like, well, 20 years ago.
I'm telling you. They're gonna be like, the Browns got it this year.
I remember.
They got it this time. Like, man, we say this shit every year.
Like, do they?
But they, I love the Browns.
Do they?
Damn. Like, we going to the office this year. All right.
Oh, for real.
I love them, but all right.
For real.
They gotta show me. But shout out to the true die-hard Browns fan.
No, for real. Shout out to y'all, because y'all really don't let up. And I really respect that. Y'all don't let up.
They like win, lose, or draw. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
I like that.
I like that.
I like that. So I don't know. That's what goes to show, like, living in Cleveland, you really gotta have some tough skin about yourself because shit's
we come from taking ass whooping.
We come from taking L's after L.
But
we are the most resilient
fight.
city, I'd say. We're a resilient ass city. We will say that. Before I get into the spotlight this week, shout out to my friend Danae. Respect my hustle. I got her sweatsuit on. This is the orange or whatever. Y'all know I love the orange or whatever. Respect my hustle. It's a queen right here. We love it. Real cute, with the little chest pieces. Plug. Make sure y'all check my girl. I respect my hustle. We gonna get a cold soon. Make sure y'all do it in a thing. We're gonna get your for your records at the bottom of the screen. Get you 10% off. We'll get there soon though. You know, add soon. Y'all know how that go. But yeah, so for the spotlight this week though, I did want to talk about an audience because when I asked Muncie to come on the show, I thought this was very interesting. He asked something that a rapper never asked me before, but I feel all rappers should. When I asked him to send over me some tracks so I can, you know, get a feel, an idea of what questions I may ask him, what we can talk about, and things like that. The first thing he said to me is, well, what is your audience? And I was so taken back, like, well, my audience is, because I know, you know what I'm saying? I know. Yeah. When you're a real creative, you got to know your audience. So here I am. Okay, well, shit. I got about 60 men, 40% women, and, you know, from the rest from there, you know what I'm saying? My listeners is about from the ages to 17 to 35. Do with that what you will. And I thought that was so dope because a lot of artists don't necessarily ask me that. They just send over shit like, oh yeah, if you ain't fucking with this, fuck with that. If you ain't fucking with that, fuck with this. If you ain't fucking with none of that, then forget it. Yeah. And I respect that. That's cool. But as a rapper, for you to ask me something like that, it just let me know like you're very tentative to what you put out. Mm-hmm. So I did want to bring this up. There's a lot of artists. This was a question on Twitter, and I thought this was so interesting. I'm like, no, I'm gonna wait till Monday come on the show and go talk about it.
Talk to me.
Somebody said men do a lot of things to show off for a lot of men, especially rappers. Mm-hmm. They say things to get a male audience, not realizing that females are the ticket. Mm-hmm. Do you agree with that statement?
I think that's today's game, but in my personal situation, I'm not doing it. I'm looking for females.
So when you have, so you want an audience of both sexes.
Yeah, majority females.
Majority females, though. Why do you feel like that? Because you make the melodic music and it catches their attention.
That and like if you really just like dive into it, like I just really grown appreciation for women.
Okay.
I just really grown. Like,
my view on this is, you should want to aim for women to be your audience. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
What the men gonna do for me besides be like, oh, he horny or he hot?
Not even that.
They ain't gonna cop. They ain't gonna say anything.
Women spin.
That's what I'm saying.
Men don't.
No, they gonna critique your shit fast as hell.
They gonna take your shit fast as hell. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But women spin. Women gonna come to the show if they interested. Mm-hmm. They gonna buy the merch if they like you. Mm-hmm. They gonna show love and actually share the tracks with their friends on the group chat because they quick to do it just off GP, mm-hmm. not even thinking. Mm-hmm. Whereas men, like I said, they do a lot of things to impress other men, which is weird as fuck to me. Mm-hmm. But men do things, they dress a certain way because they know, oh, this nigga dressing this, they doing that. Mm-hmm. I gotta do this to get this so attention. So as music, if you're making music that is for an audience for both sexes, I feel like that's the better way to go versus just speaking from a nigga standpoint and just saying nigga things. Mm-hmm. And I only say that because when you have this idea of what your audience looks like and it's only based on one sex,
That don't sound like an audience.
That don't sound like an audience. It ain't really an audience.
It sound like a group of people.
It sound like a group of people that just fuck with you, right?
Yeah.
So.
Or a group of persons.
Or a group of person. You just have the same person come to you liking your shit, and you don't really have somebody that's audience. It's not really just growing. It's just there.
Right.
So when I seen this on, and it kind of brought to my attention how much women really go the extra mile for shit that they like. Mm-hmm. I was just telling you I was emotional at a concert. Mm-hmm. Ain't no nigga doing no shit like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I was also thinking about how men, they literally would just say, oh yeah, this shit hard.
That's it.
And that's it.
Or they'll say it in private. Like they inbox you like, damn bro, I heard that tape, that shit was hard. Like, oh, I wouldn't tell somebody else.
Right.
I was expecting.
Whereas with the woman, I don't know what it is. Women just overshare anyway.
Yeah.
I just noticed that with my friends. Like I'll come in the group chat like, y'all, I ate a chicken finger and it was shaped like this. And nothing's wrong with that, but why did I tell y'all that? You know what I'm saying? Niggas,
I'm terrible at group chats.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't say. I'm terrible at group chats too. I'm only active in one. But I'm terrible at this one. But it's just like, I really was thinking like, building your audience, it should really just be based on who appreciates it and build from there. People that you know are going to share, people that you know are going to put your name out there. What I feel is important is people that bring up your names in rooms that you haven't even stepped in yet.
Yeah,
that's
I like
so important.
I like that.
That's so important. I don't think people realize how important that is. Because if I share your music with somebody else and they don't even know who you are, they just know that they just say, oh yeah, this shit hard. I just fuck with this song. Right. And then now they playing it in the car. And somebody getting in the car, and they're like, "Hold the fuck up!" That's how it starts. That's how it starts. That's the domino. You know what I'm saying? Whereas men, they kind of listen to the same shit all day long, and then when they finally do press play on something else, they're like, "Oh yeah, that's hard." Keep it pushing, go right back to the same shit. Facts. Women, we find some shit. Well, hold on, let me dive deep.
I'm about to download this.
Hold on, man. Who is that? Oh shit, you got this other shit too. If you drop last, I'm gonna listen to that when I get home.
That's why.
That's what happens.
That's why I'm more for the females, but I realize that it's two walks of life. Like I said, I wanted to talk to you about the show on the show. That I understand that is women out here that's deadbeats that just got custody of the kids. The same way that is men that's like they seem like they mean well, but sending unsolicited dick flicks. So you know what I'm saying? I can understand both sides. Like you know what I'm saying? Like don't get me wrong, it's good and bad in each situation, but like that be my main thing. Like I'm not trying to so much just get caught just on the females, but I would rather the females. What is the dudes gonna do for me? The dudes really gonna be like, oh, that's hard.
And keep it pushing. It's really that simple.
Or they gonna be like, that
shit
not
gonna tweet
even if they like
it. They not gonna share it. They not gonna do nothing. They just gonna be like, oh yeah, I did hear that shit, and be silent as fuck. Man. Cause that's how men operate. It's bare minimum. Men really okay with bare minimum, and that's okay. That's okay.
I'll be ready to explode.
I mean, that's okay. Y'all cool with doing the bare minimum. But no woman in the world, once they like something, they kind of dive deep on it. Yeah. It's kind of like when you kind of like watch a show and then you hooked on the first 2 episodes and you don't want to put it down. Right. Once a woman kind of gets hip to something, they like, well, shit, I'm about to dive deep. They be stuck on shit for 2 months at a time before they get tired of it. But at least they played it for that time and they got people hip in that time. Right. It's like, I've had females come on this show. I'm sorry, not females. I'm doing better. When I have women come on the show, and they'll say like, "Oh, you know, I'm coming on the thing. I'm gonna come on the show." And they'll drop like all these artists, like they get me hip to all these people. And then men come on the show and they'll say, I'll say somebody, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I did listen to that." But I'm like, damn, I just asked you who you've been listening to, and they ain't say nothing. It's just how that goes. It's crazy how shit come full circle like that.
I don't know what's wrong with them. Why they don't, like they got a hard time with giving. I don't understand it. Like I real life get chills when I see dudes doing great. Like I be like, damn, because in my mind I instantly get to seeing something at 110%. So like if you just starting off to making t-shirts and you just got a sleeve done, I be like, man, you know what the fuck you can do with that, boy? Like,
no, for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm envisioning for you. Yeah, like, I'm envisioning for you.
But the other dudes be like, nigga, that nigga been working on that sleeve for the last 6 months. He ain't gonna never do shit. Like, damn. No. But a female, she gonna see it and be like, she gonna see that same shit. Like, you got that sleeve? How we get a whole shirt? That's why I rock with the females. The females have been like, oh,
and females gonna spend. I don't know what it is. Females really ain't got no problem spending.
Y'all good at spotting potential. Y'all know when a nigga got it and when a nigga bullshitting. Yeah. Sometimes y'all miss like fuck now. Don't get me wrong. Y'all be like, I thought he was the one.
I don't think it be about missing. It just be more so about we see the potential, but the nigga don't want to put in the potential that he probably sees in himself, but he don't know how to do it. Yeah. Because he never really had to. You know what I'm saying? Never really had to, or never really knew how to, or how to start. But sometimes you need a woman in your life to give you that extra push. So having a female as an audience, I can only imagine how far you could go.
Say the sky the limit when it's footprints on the moon.
Okay.
Can't say that.
You can't say that. You can really go above and beyond with that shit. So I'll be like, I'll hear shit and I'll be like, yeah, but imagine if a female was in your corner. Like just imagine.
And see, for me, like that's why I be wanting that type of stuff, but it's like it's too much. Like just driving here, we was talking about me and somebody I know was talking about like a person that they know had just ate somebody else out and kissed their girl.
Oh shit!
I don't even have time to be worrying about if my chick is doing something like that because I love hard. Yeah. So I just rather just be like, let's just until I can, you know what I'm saying, until we can figure this thing out.
That's so true.
You know what I'm saying? But
that's so.
But majority of the people that help me, like I wanted to ask you that too. What? Like since you started this, have you lost friends? Have you lost contacts? Because I haven't. The people that's been supportive of this, majority has been women.
I've had.
But I lost a lot of friends though on the way.
Believe it or not, the women friends that I've had the things that mean something to me, they felt like I kept having to put on the back burner just because they had something going on at that time or something like that. Like, not to say I don't care about my friendships, but my craft, and at the time, you know what I'm saying, my craft really comes first above everything above that at the time. And at the time, I was in a relationship that meant something to me, so those were the first two things that meant something to me. So my friends, they was kind of stepping in a way where they felt like, oh, Key not, Key don't, Key this, Key that, Key not, Key don't really want to do this. And it's not really like that. It's just more so, when I'm not at work, this is what my time is around. I want to make sure that my craft is okay. I want to make sure that my man is okay. And then, you know, on top of that, I'm an auntie too. My babies. I gotta make sure my nephews and my niece good.
And if we not going to another level, what are we doing?
Yeah, so it's like, I'm not necessarily one of those people where I'm just a low maintenance friend. I'm not one of those girls that feel like, oh, I gotta go lick on my friends 2 times a week. I've never been that type of chick. So when I started filling my podcast up with more just with who I am and started paying more attention to it and building more time and effort into what I want to say and how I want to do it, and my friends just started seeing like how much time was being spent without them, they kind of just started like leaving themselves away from me. And then when I came back, it's like they weren't open arms about it.
Yeah.
And got to a point where it's like my male friends aren't like this. My male friends are kind of understanding to the point where they know I'm passionate about something and they want me to keep going at that shit. I'll catch them when I catch them type of deal. But the female friends that I've made gaining from this podcast are amazing, and they grind the same way I do. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my good friends that, you know, she's been on the show a couple times now, but my friend DJ Imani Faye, she has become an amazing friend to me ever since we started recording. She's good.
Shout out Imani Faye.
For sure. She's one of those people that like make sure like she knows the type of person I am. Like, she's not gonna get me out of my comfort zone. But when I want to be outside, we outside.
Yeah,
you know
for
what I'm
sure.
And it's like she's a DJ, so she know what's going on. She know what's going on. She know how
she got to play.
She know when to plug my name.
Right.
She know when to say, oh yeah, my friend Key, yada yada yada. She knows when to do that.
Right.
Whereas my other friends, they knew I had this going on, and they might have been somewhere with other people.
Never brought your name
up.
And
not once did they bring my name up. Not once did they say, oh yeah, my friend this, my friend that. Not once did they do that. And I'm not saying that they was a bad friend, but it was just more so like, I understand you because maybe you weren't as passionate about something the way that I was.
Right.
There's no shade, but when you're passionate about something, you see shit differently. That's all. So that's why I kind of just like, you know what, I got to go where I'm appreciated and loved, versus just staying in places where I don't see no growth. I don't see nothing. I don't see it.
Right.
There's nothing for me to feel like, oh yeah, I'm so great about this. I'm so amazed. I don't want nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with me. I never really was the type of person to feel like, oh, I need my friends. Because honestly, friends come and go. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Friends do come and go. The friends that I've had for years. I don't got to worry about them.
Facts.
I don't got to worry about them.
Facts.
I never
That's what
did.
I was just about to say. Like, it's some that's just been there from day one.
Yeah, I got 2 friends. They've been by my side since high school. Shit, one since middle school. And you know what I'm saying? Both of them got friends again. Like, you know what I'm saying? I grew up with them. They know me like the back of my hand. I know them.
Right.
And they know my triggers. I know their triggers. I know what not to talk about. And it's just like that. We don't gotta step it. We don't gotta address it. But I feel like when you finally be in a place where you passionate about something, and the people around you just don't see it the way you do, and they trying to come at you like, oh, well, I think you need to be doing it. Well, I think you should shut the fuck up.
Man, I done had so many people
you know what I'm
that,
saying?
Man, like, you should do this, you should do
that.
I
think you should just be
damn.
Who asked you? Because the moment you take somebody else's advice, it is no longer your vision. I'm a true believer in that shit.
That's gangsta. I ain't never look at it like that.
Be for real. You got a whole plan. Imagine coming up with a whole plan on how you envision your shit. You can take suggestions.
Right.
You can take what's your advice.
Right.
But the moment you take on somebody else's shit, oh, you should do this. I don't listen to those. I don't, because that's your vision.
Facts.
That's your vision.
Facts.
I have somebody come on my podcast and they think we about to talk gossip all day. We ain't doing that. That's 10 minutes. That's 10 minutes tops. We ain't doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. If you want to do that, that's cool. I can give you pointers on how to start a podcast, and you can do that for yourself.
Yeah, I really don't need liking the gossip, especially when it's celebrity gossip.
I don't got time for that.
I just called somebody about some business the other day, and the first thing they went into was Will Smith's situation. I said, damn.
And that's another thing. And it's like, I was going to bring up the little RE and the little situation with G Herbo, but why? I ain't got kids. I don't give a fuck. And that's just me just being me.
I don't even know the situation.
I don't care. I don't care. What's that doing for me? You got people that call all the time. You got somebody that call all the time and they just start talking about themselves. They ain't check on you, your mood, nothing.
I've done that before. I can say I've been consumed to myself, but I
have a friend. Shout out to my one friend, but I have a friend who legit. I will call her and I'll say, "Friend, I ain't feeling too well today. Can I dump my shit on you?" And she'll literally say, "You know what, friend, not today, because I'm not in the best mood either." And we go our separate ways.
That's gangster.
We link back up 2 days later, like, bitch. So what happened to that girl? Yeah, because
that's gangster.
And we kind of, you know what I'm saying, just let each other breathe.
That's hard.
Because I don't think people realize, like, when you put your shit on other people, that's draining as fuck.
Hell yeah.
Now I'm at home thinking about your shit, and I got my own shit to think about. That ain't cool. I have friends who, you know, they'll kind of read me out for a second. They'll be like, "Okay, Key, how was your day?" It wasn't it. All right, I'll let you smoke. Hit me back. I'll call them tomorrow in the morning. It's fine.
Right.
Just thanks for my boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And I think people think you moving funny when you set boundaries. And ain't that.
I think honesty should definitely be a part of that, and somebody should let you know that. That's raw that y'all got that type of.
And this is like a new friend of mine too. Like, we've been friends for about 3 years now. Like, legit. And I also have this theory too, where instead of dumping your feelings on somebody, like, instead of just being like I have a bad habit of calling my sister and being like, "Oh my God," every time my anxiety to the roof, or every time I feel overwhelmed, and not even thinking my sister got her own kids, her own husband, her whole household. I can't keep dumping my shit on my sister. So I got to a point where I'll pull out my voice record and I'll just record everything that I feel. I don't care if it's 4 minutes, 19 minutes, I don't give a fuck. But I'm recording all this shit just to get the fuck out.
This real life game right now.
I'm telling y'all.
This real life game right here.
And I would record myself, and no bullshit. When I was at the airport on my way back to Cleveland,
probably was in tears.
I was so mad at the airport because they was on some bullshit, and I was trying to get to my flight because I already got to the airport late. And I'm like, man, y'all on some bullshit, man. Like,
so you went to the record?
I went to the recording, getting ready to record. Look, and I look back, and my last recording was from January 5th, 2022. And I put my AirPod in just to play. For real? Yeah, just to play. And I'm like, bitch, you was tweaking this day. Yeah. That's not even nothing to be mad about.
That's why I was like, I know you probably was in tears. You probably was crying, laughing. Like,
crazy
you
as hell. And you'll be so surprised, like, just how silly shit sound once you say it out loud. Yeah. And imagine if you said that shit to somebody. Yeah. And they can use that against you. They can start feeling some type of way about you. That's
when you start thinking about that type of shit. That shit start fucking with you. Like, damn.
That's where I got to a point where we gotta stop. We gotta stop being so quick to label people and all of this. Like, oh, this is my go-to person. This is my best friend. This is my. It ain't even like that. Just let people come in your life and just build a bond and let it be what it is. At the end of the day, we gotta have accountability for our own feelings and how we feel and how we gonna go about it too.
Facts.
Because it's like, you can't just be mean to the next person just because this bitch pissed you off. You done went to Dollar General, now you at Walmart, you being mean to the next bitch. She ain't Dollar General.
But I think this is where genuine friendships is necessary and why they need it. Like on the kind that y'all have with that honesty and stuff like that.
Yeah, like,
because nobody told me that. Like,
I
used to dump my problems on people. Like, man, I'm going through this, and the third.
Yes, and
not even realizing.
What's so good is she kind of was the one to do that, because I called her one day and I was just so ready to just blah blah, and she was like, "Friend, before you even start talking, I'm just not in the mood today. I had a bad day at work." And she a social worker. She a social worker, right. So she see a lot of shit where she got to come home and carry it. She be like, "Oh my God!"
Right.
And then she come home with her friends. Her eyes get big as shit. Like
this shit don't stop.
And she looked at me and we was on FaceTime and she said, "Key, I understand you frustrated, but I am too. I'm just honestly just not in the mood today to hear anybody else's mess. No shade, no. I still love you, friend. But today's not the day." And I kind of was just like, okay.
That's raw. She said that, and that's raw that you can admit it.
Yeah, and I respected it like that.
That's fair.
Cause boundaries are important.
Man.
And I didn't really realize that till about a year ago. Boundaries are so important, whether they're yours or just other people in your life that you come across. They're so important. Set them. You know what I'm saying? I say it all the time. So when it comes to like this music shit, and even this podcasting shit, set your boundaries to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
If you know for a fact that you said that you was gonna do 5 beats in a day in the closet for 3 summers, do that shit. Yeah. Don't let nobody come in and say, oh, nigga, I got 3 beats. Man, nigga, you do that shit tomorrow. I said I was gonna do 3 beats today.
Boundaries, like you said, setting them boundaries. We used to call it opening and closing the door.
Literally.
Close that motherfucker. As soon as somebody feel like close that hard, if you got to.
Today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when you done recording it, I gotta edit. Oh, you can edit in the morning. I gotta edit.
Yeah.
Straight like that.
Like, oh yeah, you gonna get some time. They're like, no.
I am not. You not about to play my day for me.
I gotta get this done.
It's 3 things people ain't doing this year for me.
What's that?
They ain't thinking for me. They not playing on my day. And y'all damn sure ain't counting my pockets.
Facts.
If I say I ain't got it, I ain't got it.
Facts.
You ain't counting my paycheck. You not counting my hours in my day.
Facts.
You not telling me how to think.
Have you ever had a motherfucker be like, damn, what you got on you? While you was grown though? Like when we go to the store, McDonald's or something like that, like, damn, bro, you got 20 on you or something like that. You like, what? How much money you got on you, bro? Like what? This robbery talk about. That's why I said,
like, why I matter?
My mind didn't change.
Why I matter? Being a female, you know, it's weird because people will say, oh, if you don't come here, you're not my friend no more. That shit's weird as fuck to me, yo. That shit's weird as fuck to me. I had somebody, like, recently just get mad at me because I didn't go to her birthday party. I'm like, bitch, I'm saving. Saving.
Yeah.
Like, do you not realize what I'm saving for?
Yeah.
I'm saving. I'm not dipping in my savings or just feeling like I got to be down on my last just to accommodate you for your birthday. It ain't even that deep.
That's real.
It's just boundaries that you have to say.
Now, if I keep asking you to come to some shit and you ain't coming, we
eventually,
we gotta have a
discussion. Eventually, then, you know.
We gotta, after a while, I'm about to stop asking.
Yeah, but at the same time, if I really set boundaries for myself, and I'm really following them, why would you, as a friend, want to come and interrupt that?
Because
be for real.
I don't think people be
like, I really be trying to think about that shit. Like, why would you, as a friend, want to interrupt what the fuck I got?
I almost be banging my head up against the wall behind that shit. Like, what the fuck was they thinking about? Why are you? What is you on? Why me? Can I live?
So yeah, that's what I'm on.
I don't think
it's 3 things. It's 3 things y'all not doing for me, and I feel like friends do that shit a little too much. You're not planning my day for me. You're not thinking for me, and you're not counting my pockets. If I say I ain't got it, and if I told you I got paid on Friday, and you trying to do something on Monday, and you say, well, bitch, you just got paid, why you count my pockets?
Yeah, man, that's strange. Man, people do some strange ass shit these days, man.
Why you count my pockets? If I like, ooh, perfect example. My friends was going to Dreamville Fest. I was supposed to go with them, but I just decided not to because I was too tired from Atlanta. I was like, it's cool. It is what it is. So the ticket kept pushing. I'm tired.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know what I'm saying? Half the people on that list I already saw them last year anyway. I ain't tripping.
You did.
I ain't tripping. So I'm looking like, so they all mad at me, da-da-da-da. I'm like, they like, oh, well, you could still come, da-da-da-da. I'm like, yes, I can, but I don't want to. Boundaries.
Period. Don't try to backdoor what I'm telling you. Like, don't try to bypass what I just said. I said I'm tired.
I get to, and I'm also one of those people I'll say two. Now, 2 weeks ago, I did say.
Right.
I was down for that. However, today's the day, and I woke up and I did not feel that was part of my agenda. Yeah. And I changed my mind. It is okay to change your motherfucking mind. And that's really why I say, be careful with me making plans. Be careful. I'm not a last minute person, but I'm also don't plan too much ahead either.
Yeah, hell no. don't hit me up at the last minute. Somebody, what you about to do? Like, bro, no.
I am not a last minute type of bitch.
But you're not about to plan my day for me.
But you're not about to plan my day for me.
I was just thinking on the 13th, we probably could go here and do this and do that. Like, no.
The 13th?
Yeah, no, that's a bad luck day.
You really got 5 days, 5-day window with me.
Yeah.
It's a 5-day window. Today the 1st, you got till about the 5th to plan something with me. Yeah. If it's on the 10th, ask me on the 6th.
Yeah.
That's really how I am. Like, I
had somebody hit me up like, bro, I'm trying to get a video in about 3 months. I say, bro, well, hit me up in 2.
Hit me up in 2.
In 2. What the
hit
fuck?
Me up in 2.
All right, I'm glad you kind of own it now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I be. Like, I have an idea of who I want to record with. Like, I got my May date set up in my head right now, right? But I only got April scheduled. I'm not about to hit y'all up now. Y'all gonna forget, and I'm hitting you up and looking crazy. Like, bitch, oh shit, this girl. Oh
I like
shit,
the way you run everything though. I like the way.
I try.
Yeah, you real organized, real player like. I don't know if nobody ever told you.
I try. I try. That's one thing about me though. One thing I will say for sure is, even though Cleveland is a little miscombobulated, I still do my part. And as an artist, you should also do your part still.
I'm trying.
You know what I'm saying? The only thing that you can do is still do your part to at least make it look as if we do got some type of organization. Because if you coming in from out of town, look like Cleveland ain't really as cohesive as we should be. And that's the crazy part to me. But as long as we have people in our corner that actually pay attention and you kind of putting your name out there still, there's nothing left to do but support. People support what they can. Maybe if you're not popular, maybe if you're not up there how we should be, but do what you can to make sure that you're doing your thing, to make sure that you still being consistent on your part. And that's just really the biggest takeaway from Cleveland and all of that.
Turn sucker because they sucker.
Don't turn sucker because they sucker.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Don't do that shit. Stay sucker free.
Facts in the world of lollipops. You did. You did. But I got a question for you though.
What?
Since we on this topic, what do you feel about failure in your endeavors?
Failure in my endeavors.
In your endeavors. I'm interviewing you today.
Well, to me, because coming up on my 100th episode, and I be thinking about my bad episodes that I did, the episodes that I feel like I should have never put out.
Give me an example of something, like not per se a situation, but something around the situation, like where you feel like you dropped the ball.
There was some times in the beginning of the episode where I've reached out to people on social media based on the music that they listen to, and I'll be like, oh shit, like you'll be a cool person to come down and talk to me about music. But then when they get here, the things that I'm doing to make them open up, they just kind of giving these short, quick answers.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, so instead of
we came to conversate.
Right, so instead of me picking people who have these things on social media, I start kind of reaching out to the people who I know are vocal on social media. People who's not afraid to be, it's not necessarily like a failure to me if you're able to learn from it. That's really how I feel. A failure is different from an L.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't lose it. I didn't lose anything from it. Mm-hmm. I just kept going.
So you in your endeavors?
I really don't feel like I have any losses. There might have been times where I was like, that episode wasn't that great, and I put it out anyway.
I'm talking about from like building it to running it to.
No.
You ever had a situation where you was recording and the audio went bad or something like that?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Bust them situations down.
Yeah,
because I think people don't think that's real.
Yeah.
That type of stuff can happen.
It was a time where one time I was recording with another podcast, and halfway through the audio just sounded like we was underwater.
Ooh.
And
what was that?
I think what happened was, as we was recording, one of the USBs slipped out, and I didn't even notice. So me recording with another podcast, and they know about audio control and shit like that, and I'm like just talking, not even paying attention until like in the last 10 minutes stretch, and I'm just like, oh shit, and I see the USB hanging out. Like, damn, how long has that been like that? So when we done, I'm like kind of like, well shit, I'm trying to like catch on, like to see how much time they got or whatever. And I just kind of was just like, well, let me not cut the mics off. Maybe I can still kind of get some good audio just in case.
Pull it from
like,
somewhere.
Pull it from somewhere or whatever. Chuck and plug it. And I was just so embarrassed because it would have been different if I was recording with somebody who was just, somebody to just talk music with, somebody that was just a DJ, somebody just quick, a promoter.
This was somebody.
This was actually like another podcast, like somebody that's not necessarily my competition, but just somebody that they put me neck and neck with in Cleveland. Right. And I can easily just be like, well shit, I'm just gonna listen to these niggas podcast with her on it instead of just listening to these niggas with her on it. She can't even talk the mic. And it's like that, what if that was their first time listening to me? What if that was, and it's like, damn, like I'll be going back and I'll be like, fuck. So now I learned that as like a lesson. Turn the L into a lesson, low key, you know what I'm saying? Right. Now I'm double checking USBs as I'm recording. I'm making sure I'm checking this as I'm doing it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I don't like the aesthetic of both of us having headphones on or whatever, because I can't be me. It'd be too much echo for me, and I feel like I'm talking louder, and then I gotta adjust the mic levels. It'd be too much. So it's like, instead of me feeling uncomfortable doing something that I know I should be doing, I made myself comfortable with just taking my L's and just taking them and shit. Making them lessons. Get the thing. Make sure you get your little the USB splitter to avoid the audio from cutting out, or just avoid from having two sounding microphones. I've had situations where my microphone was so low compared to somebody else's, and I didn't even know it.
Like, what you mean?
Like
just where it was at?
No. Like, I'll put it in the editing thing, and if I raise the mic,
yeah, you got all the feedback.
I got all the feedback on my mic, but they sound perfect on their mic without even raising them. So so now I've got to separate mics and split the whole thing. Like, editing can be a lot within itself, and I tell people all the time, like, I am my team.
Yeah.
So the fact that I can put something out every Saturday at 10 a.m.
That's all.
It's a great one within itself. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I really don't look at stuff as L's. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really just be a lesson at the end of the day. I'm just grateful that I was able to learn from it and just take it and just kind of say, like, oh shit, this is where I went wrong at. I got to make sure I do this next time.
Right.
This make sure I do this. Or even if I just listen to other podcasts, and I'm like, damn, that's a good ass idea. Like, I was listening to this podcast. See, the thing is. And
that's what it's called?
Yeah, See the Thing Is.
That's a hard ass title. See the Thing
Is.
Is.
And they got like timestamps on their thing, so like you could kind of skip ahead to that timestamp.
Okay.
I'm like, that's actually like a good feature, like shit like that. So it's like I see
how it
stuff.
Is on YouTube, how the video
be broken down. Like how you break it up, and
that's
it's like you can automatically just go there if you don't want to hear them talk about this, and you just automatically skip ahead. I'm like, well, shit. So I'll take little stuff that I see. And I'll be like, well, shit, I think I should do that, or I think I should do this, and I kind of implement it into my own little thing. And I don't know, I feel like the things that people compliment me on are really things that I picked up along the way. So I just kind of pay attention to what people say, what people want to hear, what people want me to say. Like, I kind of just pay attention. It just kind of goes hand in hand with just like being in a city where, you know, people popular, people gonna listen to what's popular.
Facts.
And you gotta stick out some way somehow.
Facts. So
that's really what it comes down to. Figure out what you like, figure out what worked for you, and knowing your audience.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. Know your audience.
I was about to come back full circle with it. I asked you about failure because I had a lot of times where I felt like I dropped the ball.
Yeah.
And almost was ready to give up on this shit. Like, damn, how I just do that. I ain't get no audio. How I done just it's glitching. What's going on?
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you that, like, so you know, for your viewers to put it out there, somebody inspiring to do anything that they got to know. You're going to drop the ball a couple times.
And that's the thing.
You're going to drop
the ball. Never put out something that you're never confident in, but at the same time, consistency always wins.
I like both of them gems. Consistency wins and never put nothing out that you ain't confident in.
Don't put nothing out that you ain't confident in.
I like them. Take them back with me.
Don't do that. Don't never put nothing out you ain't confident in, but never flake on your consistency. Yeah. Ever. Always have a backup plan, too. Always. I got a plan. Like, I had if you ain't fall through today, I had a plan B. You know what I'm saying?
Right, as you should.
You know what I'm saying? If that plan B wasn't gonna fall through, I had a plan C. It's just how it always goes. So it's like anything that you do, like if you for real, cause you know how you call a black person for a job and you put all your eggs in one basket.
Man, I did that and I whole ran up on my information.
Man, listen.
I'm getting pools in my name and shit. I said, hey man, not a pool.
I done had somebody that was supposed to come and paint our patio, man. When I tell you, they were supposed to come for my mama's birthday last April.
You just put them all up, they gonna slide.
Last April? Look, that patio ain't get done till August.
Come on.
August. And when they did come the first time, it was like the end of June. And then they supposedly ran out of paint. So there's just that on that. Come prepared.
Yeah.
Come prepared.
They was trapping on their ass. That's what it was.
Come prepared. And don't. And I always tell people too, if you running a business and you know like you not the best, don't. If you, like I always say, right, don't put out nothing that you ain't confident with, right? Mm-hmm. So you as a business person, if you know that you did something that you're not 100% confident in, and you put it out anyway,
yeah,
you need to discount that shit.
Yeah.
You need to discount it. Yeah. If you know for a fact that is not your best work, you need to discount that.
Yeah, sure. And now you can ask anybody that know me on the video side, I'm the king of letting you know, like, yeah, I ain't like that shot that we got last time. After further review, I think we should go back and probably
and you know what? I'm also the queen of knowing when an interview ain't gonna go the way I want it to. A lot of people don't know this, but it's been a couple interviews where people have come and sat down on my chair, and I'll say, we 9 minutes in, and I'll be like, actually, I don't want to finish this. And they don't even realize that I stopped recording because they not in tune with what we're talking about, or they just not figuring out what I'm trying to go with this. It's been a couple times.
You just cut the session.
It's been times where I've seen people just straight on their phone and just be on their phone.
Yeah, my shit was just blazing. I felt like that was rude as hell.
It's different for people to be on your phone real quick and then shoot the text and send it on way. I've seen people scroll. How you paying attention to me? You scroll.
What are we doing? It's a privilege. Honestly. This is a privilege.
And really, if you ain't want to come, you could have just said no. Because all I'm going to do is ask the next person.
I feel like you helping me extend my voice and my cause and my purpose. So, shit, that's why I was like, I hit you up before, like, hey, I might be a tad bit late. Thank God I was on time. But I
was on time. Yeah. But see, that's what I be saying too. Like, I just feel like we got to hold ourselves accountable.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what it really comes down to. Holding yourself accountable.
Can I be honest with you right now?
Yeah.
Okay, remember I was just telling you for my car accident?
Yeah.
Okay, now, if you don't know the situation with that, well, basically, and I ain't never, like, really talked about this.
Your car accident?
Yeah, besides, like, when I had made a post about it just to, you know, kind of let people know what was going on.
Yeah.
I kind of like, that's how I kind of, if we not texting or talking on a day-to-day basis, but I feel like I should keep you informed on something,
yeah.
I'm going to post it.
Yeah, some shit, you know, you got to keep you informed on.
Yeah, sure. It's mass communication. I don't have to group text everybody. Yeah. This is what's going on, and I'm an open book. If you want to know something about me, come ask.
Yeah.
I'm not going to front with you about it. He kicked my ass. He kicked my ass. Yeah, I got my ass whooped that day. Yeah. Ask him what I did the next day. But nonetheless, though, okay, so the car accident, I actually hit a man. And he died like 6 days later.
Wow.
But it genuinely wasn't my fault. So it was like,
wow.
Yeah, that's why I said since the accident, I've been like on fire. Like, damn, my life ain't guaranteed. Like, he literally was jaywalking while he was drunk in between bars. And like walked in traffic kind of type shit, got hit, and he passed or whatever. But in the midst of all it happening, I'm not gonna say who, and shout out to them, no disrespect to them, but I had people like, run, bro, run.
Damn.
Run. I said, no, there's somebody. He might not be nobody to us, but there's somebody. And then on top of that,
son, somebody friend,
somebody daddy, brother. Somebody nephew, grandson. Then on top of that, I did this. Even if he was in the wrong,
yeah,
I should be paying attention, or I should be whatever the situation is. However it go, even though he, you know, because the police, when they came, they was like, man, we seen the footage before we even got here. It was nothing you can do about it. Wow. Literally, we get like 20 of these calls a day. There's nothing you can do about it.
Wow.
Yeah, fucked me up. He was like, you probably want to get psychiatry or something like that. Never heard nothing from them about it or nothing after that. But nonetheless,
wow. That shit can't fuck with you for sure.
Hell yeah. But I felt like, yeah, for a quick second I thought about it, like, damn, I could. I was like, hell no, there's somebody. Then on top of that, nigga, whatever come with this shit, you gotta stand on it.
You do.
You can't run, and nigga, this your car.
You do.
You can't run. You can't
and
run from this shit.
That's what people always. That's always the quick way out to run.
Man, hell no, you gotta stand on shit when you do wrong. And a lot before this point, I wasn't doing it. So I think in a way that was like
a way to hold you accountable for what you're doing.
Because I felt it in my heart, like, bro, I can't run from this. I can't run from this. I gotta stand on this if I don't stand on nothing else. I can't run from this shit, bro. They pull right up and say, nigga, this shit wasn't nothing you can do about it. God rest his soul. You know what I'm saying? They was like, wow. Nothing you can do about it. Like, you really ain't in no trouble or nothing.
It's crazy how life happened like that too. Like, something big like that has to happen for you to have a wake up call. Like, you can hear it, you can see it all day long, but actually something physically happening to you.
This was in November.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Now, so what I was saying was, because a lot of people might be like, oh, that nigga Monty good for excuses. And because my barber just got on me about that. He's like, boy, you supposed to be turned up. Boy, you making excuses, nigga, tee up. So I'm like, all right, you right. You right. Ain't nobody ever called me on that. Nobody never said it when you was talking about the friend that was like, hey, man, I'm in a good mood today.
And you need people like that.
You need people like, hey, man, I'm kind of going through shit, too. Stop dropping your problems on me, bro.
Yeah.
As a real gangster, I'm going to sit back and be like, you know what, I probably was tripping. I probably did just give you my whole life. And nigga dog probably just died. I don't know what's going on at their house. You need friends like that. So it's all, I'm trying to bring it all.
Yeah, everything come back full circle. Absolutely. Yeah. That's so funny how shit like that work out. Yeah. That's crazy.
So God rest his soul. You know, prayers goes to his family. I didn't know the dude. His cousin was actually out there.
Jeez.
Let me show y'all the universe where guess what his name was.
What?
I'll just give you the nickname. D. When I was a kid, my mama used to call me D because of my real name. So it fucked me up. He said, hey man, my name D. You alright. You gonna be straight. You gonna be cool.
Wow.
There wasn't nothing you can do about it, bro. Here go my number.
You're talking to yourself, low key.
Oh God.
Sheesh.
He said, here go my number if they try, because they might try to hang you for this shit. Yeah, the bartender, the bar owner came out. He said, man, there wasn't nothing you could do about it, bro, but here go my car if they try to hang you for this shit. But
that's so crazy.
I feel like if I would have ran, Man, and I'd have got that news that that man died, and I ain't stand on that shit, man. You know how bad life could have been for me. Like, I feel like it was only right to stand up under that shit. Like, you got to be accountable for when you're doing wrong. Even though
you do.
Even though it wasn't my fault, you know what I'm saying.
Do.
But just being accountable, like you can't just leave that man. You can't just leave somebody in a situation like that. People will do shit like that. For somebody even to think up, run. Don't get me wrong, they probably was scared. That probably was their first natural reset.
Yeah, and then on top of that, it just kind of be one of those things where it's like, what can you do?
Yeah, it would have been dumb on top of that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you do? Sometimes you really gotta stand back and look at shit. Like, what can you do? Sometimes it don't be part of your fate or part of your, but what can you do?
What can you do?
What can you do?
Man.
Sometimes you really just gotta ask yourself that shit. Like, sometimes shit goes the way it gotta go, cause that's just how it gotta be.
Yeah.
Literally, that's just how it gotta be.
Man, life been so much of a, man, when I tell you I want to make a movie or a series called I Can't Make This Shit Up, like, this life been so crazy after that, because like I said, I've been recording non-stop since then.
Yeah.
So I've been like locked in, like, but when I tell you, like, I had got a call from Atlantic, and like the accident happened on a Friday, I get a call from Atlantic Sunday.
Oh, yeah, so now you feeling like.
Yeah, but they called, they like, this Atlantic, we got a situation for you on the behalf of CMG.
Wow.
I'm like, oh yeah. They like, yeah, man. The person that put us on to you, you know, they trying to get you to New York today. I'm like, man, listen, I kind of need some proof or something. I need to know what's going on. Like, I'm that dude on the internet. I don't know. He could be scamming or anything like that. He say, man, you want to Google the number and call us back? And I Googled that motherfucking number. It was them like a motherfucker.
No, for real.
But they don't. No, I just got into an accident. I'm in this bitch. Yeah, man, I Googled that motherfucker. That shit came back.
You gotta Google that shit.
Let me tell you how strange life is, though. I call this motherfucker back. They say they got their voicemail set up. They say, I don't know, I pray to God, they don't know fuck shit with me. They voicemail say, put in your name so we'll know that we got a meeting for you or not in the voicemail system. Never heard of voicemail system like that. So I get to looking at the phone. I'm like, well, shit, let me try to type in Monty Baby 6. I hit 6 3 times. Scared the shit out of me. Look on your phone. And tell me what MON is, what number MON is. Fucked me up. I never knew that. I never went in the game thinking like I'm gonna be Monty Baby 6, and if you dial my name in on my phone, it's gonna be 666. I never knew that. Scared the shit out of me. I threw the fuck out my phone. I'm like, oh, what is that?
Hold on.
What the hell is that? Then I'm already Monty Baby 6. So then when this 666 come up on the first, I threw the fuck out of my phone. Like, what is this? What's that about, man? I try to call them folks back again. Like, hey, man, what's going on? Come get your nigga. I done fucked up, man. Come get me.
No, for real. I done made some mistakes.
Yeah, I called back. I say, fuck trying to dial Monty. I'm hitting 0 now. Like, hey, somebody got to talk to me. Swing me to an operator or something. But yeah, man, life just been hella strange since then. Like, in the good ways and in bad ways. It's just been a strange cycle. But nonetheless, though, like, I'm stand on anything. I'm going to take accountable for whatever I do. That's why I said, if somebody want to know about me, come pull up on me. I ain't gonna dance around the question. I ain't gonna hide from you.
And that's fair. You shouldn't be able to hide and do whatever you should. You just stand on what you think, stand on what you say.
I know it's probably thousands of motherfuckers that's probably hating like, this nigga real loud. Walked to the store the other day. Let me show you what type of nigga I am. Not only did I walk to the store the other day, I put it on camera so you can see I walked to the store the other day. That's how much I'm comfortable in my skin.
That's how much I ain't playing.
You hear me? I can give a fuck what the next person. Yeah.
I feel that.
As a society, we get draped off and little shit like that. That nigga walking, he walking to the store.
Yeah.
You know how foolish that sound?
Very.
He walking
Very.
But I know it was niggas doing that. I'm like, you know what? I'm about to go walk to the store and I'm about to vlog about this shit.
Very. Because you'll be sitting there and you'll just be minding your business and you'll be like, you cool?
Yeah, because...
You cool?
The situation before then, somebody shot a sub at me. That's when I posted it. If you saw that when I was like, tighten up, gangster. You came to me for help.
No, for real.
Yeah, you came to me for help.
No, for real. Because somebody do
humble yourself.
Like that, you be like, well, you asked me.
Yeah, you asked me for help. Now you shooting cool up. So watch this. Let me show you what you missed out on. Let me show you how strong a walk to the stove can be.
You alright?
You feel? You feel?
You cool?
Yeah, tighten up, gangster. It ain't
That's
no beef
so
in it.
Crazy.
It ain't no hard feelings or nothing like that. Just tighten up.
It's so funny how that shit works and play out. Just appreciate you sharing that story with me though. For sure.
Yeah, you kind of got an exclusive just now.
No, for real. I like that. I like that. I like that energy.
Mm-hmm.
I like that energy. But yeah, that's where we at. So basically, the biggest takeaway from this show is whether you got your friends or not, know who your audience is, know who your support is. Mm-hmm. That's just facts. Know who your support is. Mm-hmm. Know the people that's in your corner. Know the people that actually want to be there for you. Don't just keep giving your love out to people that go where you're loved and celebrated. Literally. You'll understand how easy that is when you really go where you're loved and celebrated. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, with the next couple things that happens to me in the next year, I hope y'all keep that in mind. I go where I'm celebrated.
I hope you call me when you blow up, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And when you get in Atlanta, you get to doing your thing, get to mixing or whatever. Don't
for
forget
sure.
about Cause just when you just did that right in there, I felt like a listener. Like,
no,
cause I feel like she's talking to me. She
no, for real, you be like.
I turned into a whole little.
And I know y'all be calling me. You be like, man, Key, that was such a good episode, man. You really touched me. But I really hear what I'm saying, though. Like, really hear what I'm saying. Cause sometimes, this shit might sound cliche, but really understand the people that you keep in your corner, man. I can't explain to y'all how important that is once it really comes out my mouth. Like, it's just so crazy.
No, I feel the energy in it.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Just like how everything, you'll be like, oh shit. I see how that worked out. Mm-hmm. That makes sense now. And it just brings you so much gratitude and just so much happiness that you can even feel that way.
Right.
And just be like that. Like, it's amazing how shit like that goes up to you.
And to take away on that, some advice I probably need to take my damn self. You ain't got to act on everything.
No, for real, don't act on that.
When you see a motherfucker playing crazy, you got to act on. I feel like I was out of pocket. Even
like
Nipsey
said, we don't got to entertain that shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? When we was talking about that shit with 6ix9ine, why were we entertaining that shit for? You gotta let people do their thing, and you just gotta look past it.
Because when you're doing
real shit, when you're doing real shit,
that shit don't matter. That shit ain't holding no weight over here.
We not gonna add the spotlight to shit that we know is already goofy. Fact. We laugh at it and keep it pushing. You know
That's real player shit.
That's real player shit. That's really how you keep it playing.
I just wanted to hit him with a J moment, like tighten up, partner.
No, for real.
Don't forget.
No, for real.
I ain't never spoke on our business on the net.
Ain't nothing wrong with that either.
Just tighten up.
Just tighten up a little bit.
Just tighten up.
Tighten up.
Get your shit together.
No, for real. But make sure y'all following me on For Your Records podcast. Make sure y'all checking into the YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribed on there. Make sure y'all following Monty. Make sure y'all tapping in, getting in with the music and everything. He got shit popping off. We're gonna play a song at the end of this, so make sure y'all getting hip.
Can I give him the grandma?
Yeah, go ahead.
You look like you weren't trying to let me
drop your shit. No, I was about to say. Go ahead.
Did I cut you off? I messed it up. I jumped in. Okay, so where we at over here?
Yeah.
Okay, so on Instagram and shit on both of them. MONTYBABY, the number 6. On Facebook, MONTYBABYSIX.
Period.
You did. Same thing. All one word if you type it into.
Look, all one word.
Yeah, I'm one of them rappers. Yeah, all one word if you type
together.
it. Apple Music, Spotify, it's all one. The number 6.
It's all the number 6.
Yeah, it's all one and then the number 6. No spaces.
All right, but make sure y'all show them some love. We're gonna play a song at the end.